Hi everyone, it's been a while. I haven't had a chance to do any videos lately because real life, work, whatever. And because I honestly was burnt out of PvP and PvE for Guild Wars 2. But now that I've got a new computer, a new monitor, everything, because I had a job, I figured I had some time to develop something. To be quite honest, Guild Wars 2 burnt me out with PvP, like I said. When I didn't get rewarded for getting first place in North America or Europe during that season. I know there was an argument that they made that it wasn't really a real season, but whatever. I got the ranking. They didn't give me the rewards I was due. I'll post details in the description. But I have spent the time and got myself in Eternity, and then I played Heart of Thorns. But Eternity also burnt me out, so I was actually double burnt. But time heals all wounds, and we're back. Now, we're in Season 3 of Guild Wars 2 at the time of this recording, or the start of, and I figured this would be a good time to take a step back and look at some of the origins of Guild Wars 2. Obviously, there are many people talking on YouTube, Win Potatoes in particular, who are already doing that, so I decided to dive a little bit deeper into the lore. So I don't have a second monitor yet. I'm using a 40-inch monitor, but I figured this would be a good way to show how I would categorize my games. This is a timeline tree on the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see. I have, I guess, Magic the Gathering as the start. I was too young back then to understand how to play the game, but I knew eventually I would, so I chronologicalized everything. This is my interpretation of how I played through the games in my life, and sometimes I wasn't even able to play those games during my own timeline, but I've watched the YouTubers play it, so all credits to them. But this is a timeline that I've comprised of and what path I've gone to from the starting generations of where games started out in the 90s all the way up to 2016. I put the top games here as either DX12 or the new mobile GPS app games like Pokemon Go and Ingress. But Guild Wars 2 is in a good spot here. It's a mature game, and what I do is I put games with their source, like Guild Wars. Like Guild Wars 2 came from Guild Wars. I'm hesitant to put it as right next to WoW, but it did come out a little bit after that. But before then, there was the Warcraft 3 series. See left to right, and its expansion. And then down here, I put Warcraft 2 all the way down here, because there was a big milestone jump. It actually skipped a generation from how I would see it. But anyways, back on track. What I'm going to talk about in this video is the games that inspired the creators of Guild Wars. So one of the games that caught my attention was the Wing Commander series. I don't have it on my timeline yet, but I do have a summary, pretty much, of the Wing Commander series. Let's see here, Wing Commander. And the reason I'm doing this is because there was a race in the Wing Commander franchise called the Kirafi, who were cat-like creatures that remind me a lot of the Char. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my first Char character, because I loved humans so much. I made a Norn and a Savari, no problem, but I've never gotten around to making a Kirafi, because, well, I just couldn't fit into it. The way I make characters is I want to make them associated with the game lore. Here we are. Starting in Wing Commander 3, we had a live-action movie using Mark Hamill as the Wing Commander, Christopher Blair, and then his one friend, Hobbs, and other notable Kirafi, Prince Therak, and then Malik, his Chancellor. But I've actually played through, and I'm not going to pick any of them. Instead, I'm going to pick a name for my Char named after their stealth fighter, the Straka. And I think it's a good fit, because, well, if you do the research into those Kirafi characters, you know why I can't agree with them. You may do as you wish, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Guild Wars 2. It is the 3rd anniversary sale, so I'm going to make a char character. Alright, this video is getting a bit long, so I'll just cut it off here, and see where we go. Thank you.